Hi, everyone. It was very good to hear from everyone who texted me back today. It was nice to see, well, I didn't hear from you, but I saw your written words. It was nice to see that everybody is still trying to stay safe and healthy. So, good job. And today is April 1st or April Fool's Day. So, look for the cartoon that looks like this. It's got two family cartoon videos, pictures on it, or not videos, for April 1st. Um, If you will notice, I didn't do an ad that today for April 1st Day because it's April Fool's Day. So I thought we would just have some fun. So I gave you some word searches. There are two word searches, this page and the next page. But I wanted to explain a word on the second April Fool's Day word search. The word is gotcha, and that is short for got you. So, like if you were sneaking up behind someone and you went boo, then you would say gotcha. Or if you told them an April Fool's joke and they believed it, you would say ah ha ha, gotcha. So it's smushing the got you together to say gotcha. Okay, so have fun with the word searches. You also have one page of vocabulary. Well, it's the front and back. I guess I should always say 2 pages. Oh no, I'm totally. I guess that's my April Fool's Day joke. I'm totally lying to you. You have about 4 days of vocabulary to do. So sorry about that. So I wanted to go through them. Some of them are just the matching activity that we did last week. And then fill in the blank activity, which are easy to do. And then the things that become more difficult are the sentence completion activity, and just it's your opinion. You end that sentence however you want, okay? For example, number 4 says, a complex situation in my life was when, and then you could talk about a complex situation in your life. Or number 6, I never have sufficient time to. For me, I would fill that out and I would say something like, I never have sufficient time to garden because I could do it day in and day out, nighttime too. So just fill those in as you want. The next page are the true, false, and why activity. Remember that you just need to, you can say true or false, but you just have to give a reason why. You have to support your sentence with a detail. You just can't say true or false. You have to give me a sentence. So I was looking at number 5. Smiling implies that you are angry. Oh, someone else is responding to my text. Thank you very much. Number 5, smiling implies that you are angry. Most people, I would say false right off the bat. Usually when you are smiling, that implies that you are happy, right? But I guess you could say true. Maybe people who are really angry, they smile. I've never seen it, but it would be very creepy if they did smile when they were angry. But anyway, you can answer those questions however you want. I loved the reading for today, Pressures of an Adult Student, and because I felt that you could identify with that. And identify is another one of our vocabulary words. I liked this reading. It seemed to give a fairly good, accurate summary of what it means to be an adult student learner who has a family, who has work, who has lots of responsibilities. So I liked it. Move my stuff around here. So on this reading, now remember, you get to see my mom in, there's a video that you should watch. My mom, Honey, we call her Honey, just like the honey that you put in your tea, helped me with the readings for yesterday, today, and tomorrow. So what I wanted you to do is to underline in this one both the suffixes, the suffix ing, which is up here, ing for the suffix. And then we're also underlining a prefix, which pre means before. So it is stuff that comes before the word. And I wanted you to underline everything that had the prefix re, re, or re, depending on how you said it. So I did that. And I underlined all of the ing words with blue and all of the re prefixes with pink. And so I had 10, let me get that centered for you, 10 ing and 11 re. Okay, so look for that. As an adult student, I am experiencing a lot of pressure on a revolving monthly schedule. Being an adult student is difficult for me because I am responsible for more than just school. I need to pay bills, review my work and school schedules, and take care of my family. And you can pause that right there and repeat the whole paragraph. So pause, come back. Sorry about that. I am responsible for personal payments while going to school, such as my car and cell phone. When I bought my car, I had to request a loan from the bank. I need to repay the bank, which includes interest. I make a recurring monthly payment. If I don't make the payment on time, the bank will charge me a fee. If I don't pay at all, the bank will revoke the loan and repossess my car. Okay, you can pause there, repeat the whole paragraph, and come back. I have to manage my work and school schedules. My work schedule changes every month. For example, this month, I work from Thursday to Saturday. That is a good fit with my school schedule. I can go to class 3 days a week this month. Next month, my work schedule will be revised. Oh, sorry, lost my place. I work from Monday through Wednesday and can only go to school 1 day a week. Okay, you can pause there and then come back after you read out loud the entire paragraph. Spending time with my family is more difficult when I'm going to school. I don't even have enough time to go to a movie with my wife. Even though there is a lot of pressure with being an adult student, I am very happy that I can go to school. I am learning the English language and more about US culture. It is a very rewarding experience. Okay, and I want you to pay careful attention. There are two words in here that have both the re prefix at the beginning and the ing suffix at the end, two of them. So see if you can find those. All right, so now we're going on to the gist, and I've lost it. Where is it? Here it is. What is the gist or main idea of this reading? Okay, so the first question we have to ask is who or what? Man, that sunlight is bad. Who or what is this mostly about? Well, it's mostly about adult student learners, isn't it? And then the second question, oops, upside down. What is the most important thing about this? Well, it's not a picture, it's an article, okay? What is the most important thing about this article? Well, I put down, so it's mostly about adult students, and I put down an adult student experiences many different pressures. Does that seem to answer the gist or the main idea of this article? An adult student experiences many different pressures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there are 7 words to that, so that's not bad. Okay, we're going to work on your organizer for this one. Okay, and this one is not a sequence, but this is a cause and effect. You do something and it has an effect on something else. I hit my hand. The effect on my hand is that it hurt. Cause and effect. So it's just another way to organize your thoughts. So I put on the top that being an adult student causes pressures, or you could say stressors, pressures or stressors. And some of the effects of these are, and you just have to look at the entire paragraph, which is why we're reading in paragraph, to see what the paragraph is mainly talking to you about. So he has to pay, wait, I think I put this big so everybody can see it. Oh, yes, I did. Okay, so here is the first effect. You have to pay your bills and his car loan, and if he doesn't, then he will lose his car, have no lights, won't have gas or water, so he has to pay his bills and his car loan or lose them. So that's one effect of being an adult student learner. And this one is probably really true for almost everyone, isn't it? Work and school schedules change every month. And that is definitely true for all of us this time around, isn't it? I know that we didn't have school right after spring break, and then we sent out notices and everybody had to revise their schedule, and some of you had already made different work commitments because we weren't having regular school, and now you're trying to find ways to keep on top of the videos and do your homework and keep on top of your work schedule. So don't get too stressed out about it. Spending time with family is more difficult because you're at work and then you go to school, or vice versa. So I guess maybe that's a silver lining right now, is that I hope that you are spending more time with your family since the schools are closed, or that you're just spending more time with your family as long as you're keeping safe. Okay, so after reading that, you're like, man, this is a lot of work. Why am I doing it? But he also said that it is still a rewarding experience. And I hope that you are still thinking of it as a rewarding experience. It's certainly something that you'll be able to talk to about your children or your grandchildren, about still continuing to learn English during the coronavirus pandemic. So it'll be a story to tell 5 or 10 years or 20 years down the line. Okay. And another thing that I wanted to say about that is, even though it's online, it is still good to not be so isolated. You know, you have some things that you can continue to do in school, and we will talk through text. And eventually, I'm hoping to set up Zoom conference calls where everybody can come in. I'm hoping to do that next week, so be prepared for that. And that's not an April Fool's joke, so please be prepared for that. Okay, so that is it for the cause and effect organizer. And then just be sure and practice your smooth readings. Go to the other video that has all 3 smooth readings for this week. Now I'm gonna pause this for just a tiny second so I can get you prepared for what I thought was a really fun story from NPR. And I remember listening to this story on the radio driving home from work. I don't know, what year was it? Maybe 2008. It's been a while, 2013. And I was listening to it, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that all these trees, maple trees, are exploding. And I was just so amazed and astounded. And then at the end of it, it was this radio, what would you call it? It's about 7 minutes of a radio program. Then said, it's April Fool's. You know, April Fool's. It was done on April 1st. So the story that we are fixing to hear is not true, but I thought it was a good April Fool's joke. So I'm gonna pause this.
Brent tried to better get moving. He's late getting his maple trees tapped this year, and now they are literally bursting under the pressure.
Just keep taking sap in and freezing and thawing, and at some point in time, they'll get too much sap in them, and they'll start busting their bark, blowing their branches off.
Brent says the explosions only happen in maple trees that normally get tapped every year.
They're used to being relieved of the pressure, so they don't have the outside surface to hold the pressure anymore.
So Brent has to relieve the pressure before they burst. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear he's not getting to them all.
The old fellows used to talk about it, but this is actually the first year I've ever seen it happen.
Brent's right. We talked to an expert at the local university, an expert in arboricultural thermodynamics, and they said that maple producers have been dealing with this destructive phenomenon for decades. The smaller explosions usually happen during the day and they're less destructive. But at night, once temperatures drop below freezing, that's when the real gushers happen.
And it's just a boom. And there'd be a side off the tree, a limb off the tree, branches off the tree, the bud tips flying off the tree. It's just astronomical.
And the noise can be heard for miles. In fact, the neighbors are starting to complain.
There was one lady, she said that her picture fell right off the wall, and I was thinking, oh my soul, Brent, you better get to those trees and do something about them.
You just rush around and try to get all the trees tapped to him to cut the damage as much as possible.
And only hope he doesn't get caught in the crossfire.
I think it's April 1st, is it not?
It is.
Yes. Wouldn't that be something now? Somebody swallowed a story like that. Hook, line, and sinker.
For the Weather Network, I'm Shelley Steeves in Stylesville, New Brunswick.
Okay, so that was the same thing with the exploding maple trees from the Weather Channel, but in your packet, I gave you directions on how to get to the NPR one also. So you can just hit the closed caption and it will give you the English subtitles on that so you can practice your English. So I will see all of you tomorrow. Everybody have a good day.